Hola amigos, estoy en Power Morphicon y para mí es un honor en estos momentos estar al lado de Mark Richardson, quien fue prop master durante muchos años en Power Rangers. And first of all, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Hey, Mexico. Love Mexico.
Please, can you tell us exactly what a prop master is?
A prop master, basically, we get a script, and anything an actor touches, if there's a scene where the guy comes at him with a samurai sword, I got to make sure we have the samurai sword. But the samurai sword can't be sharp, so in the scene where they cut the interviewer's neck off, he can't actually cut his neck off. So I have to have anything that the actor touches and make sure it happens. I work on the show Queen of the South. I do all the weapons. I also do all the guns. So I have to make sure that for the safety doing guns on that. And then I have to move the chairs for the people. So I go from using automatic weapons to moving chairs. That's my job. Anything they touch, my job.
So now here this is a Power Rangers convention. You were part of the Power Rangers since like the first 10 years?
Very first. My assistant over there, Banner, and I, we did it for 10 years. And what was weird is because they didn't have much money. So usually if I'm doing a show and I have to come up with a certain prop that has to be creative, I send it out. I farm it out. But on that show, because there's no money, I had to actually create it. So I was able to create a lot of the props for the show, which is cool now when I look back because, like the communicators and stuff like that are iconic, and I made them. That's what's cool about it.
Now, you have here some of the props. These were screen use, probably, right?
Yeah.
So which one were these? Was the film? Were the series?
Well, this is Jason Frank, the Green Ranger's morpher. That he used. Originally it came in a little case that he popped out, but when he morphed, he couldn't morph without that. That is his morpher. And then anyone that knows the shows knows he turns into the White Ranger, and that's his coin from the White Ranger. And these are screen used from the show.
Okay, and now we have here belts that it says screen use.
Yeah, this is from Turbo, and this is what they used in the original series. These belt buckles aren't screen used. The belts are, but I made them exactly like we used them back then to make a buck off them. But these are replicas that I made.
And you have more props here.
Yeah, I have. There's all the power coins, and what's fun about power coins is, there's nobody here, but watch these guys. Hey guys you guys want some power coins? There you go. You make people's day by throwing Power Range coins, and if you're pissed off at somebody, you just belt them with it.
You have these gloves here.
Yeah. This is what the spider monster, right? The gloves from the spider monster.
Yeah, it's a spider monster.
There's a big, a tragic thing. There's a kind of funny and tragic story. They have cobwebbers that are hot glue guns it has air compressor, and I thought it would look like a spider was spitting cobweb, except we had David Yost, who plays Billy, and I thought it would look cool if the spider spit the cobweb on David Yost, but it was still very hot, so I sprayed the cobwebber on David Yost, and the powerful Power Ranger screamed very high-pitched screams when he got burnt with the hot glue gun.
At first, we thought he was acting, but he wasn't acting. He was actually in pain. Good times.
Very accurate, too. In the can you do that in slow motion?
That's everyday business, right?
Yeah, that's everyday business.
Now, you have here these, these are probably morphers, weapons, communicators, and I can see what you say that you have to make it. I mean, come on, this was Walkman.
Yeah, well, the Walkman, that was actually a Walkman, but this was like some type of a game that we made into a bomb. These are obviously calculators that we turned into high-tech devices. This was pre the Turbo Navigator, but it ended up being a toy for the series. I had to recreate that. Silver Guardian weapons, bombs, and other stuff. But these are all screen use props from the show.
I mean, this is a great part of being in the make-believe business, because a lot of these things may look not as cool as you can see it in the show, but they do the trick for the camera. And I mean, what's your experience on that? I mean, on the feeling on that?
Well, back then, I was making it up as I go. I mean, this was a long time ago, like one of my first shows at television shows, and I was just creating stuff because I had to, out of necessity. You know, I look back and it was fun to do, but I enjoyed doing it. And also, they didn't have the time to say we don't like it or we like it. It played the next day. So whatever I made, I didn't hear the response until after it was shot and after they'd already put it on the show. So it was kind of luck of the draw. You know, there was no producers and directors going, oh no, this needs to be red and blue. Look at you did red. You know, it was done. You know, they complained afterwards, but the damage was already done.
Now, we all know the series takes a lot of footage from the Japanese show. So in that time, you have to do anything that matches that show, or I mean, they let you go nuts. What happened?
Well, when we had the match, we did the best we could. Sometimes it wasn't too good, but most of the time, you know, we were able to pull it off with quick cuts and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, well, thank you for really sharing this experience with us, and I know most of these are for sale here on the show.
Everything's for sale. It's stuff they would have thrown it away. Disney would have destroyed it. I took it and made $1 off it.
And that's a great second market thing, because these things probably will be valuable at some point, even valuer, because they are where screen used. So.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're a fan, to have something that was used, touched by the actors, it makes it so much more better. It's so, you know.
If anyone watching this clip wants to buy some of these things, I mean, we're Mexico based, so how can they reach to you? You have an eBay site? Or, I mean, is it possible? What?
Morphicon. I'm always at Morphicon, but you know, once this stuff is gone, it's gone. You know, I can't recreate this stuff, or you don't want it recreated. You want this stuff. The only thing is, you can always Facebook me, look me up, Mark A. Richardson, and say, hey, I want to buy that Turbo Navigator there. You know, and I'll sell it to them. Also, can I say, watch Queen of the South on USA. It's my show. And Blackish on whatever show that channel that is.
Probably on ABC.
ABC.
Probably on ABC.
Yeah.
Bueno, en México creo que están en Sony Entertainment Television y creo que en Canal Sony. Perdón, Canal Sony y Fox, me parece. Well, Mark, thank you very much for sharing your experience with us.
I enjoyed it very much. Thanks.
Y bueno, juego amigos, pues ya lo vieron, de las personas que hacen la serie, que hicieron la serie, que hicieron los primeros 10 años cuando se hacía en Estados Unidos. Están aquí en Power Morphicon y ustedes lo están viendo aquí en Juegos, Juguetes y Coleccionables. Yo soy Ricardo Méndez, Bernie está en la cámara y nos vemos pronto.